Howdy, hey folks, Jesse here, and today it is another game, another individual game from a match recorded at locals. I'm once again playing Jesmon, and our opponent is playing, I believe, Armor Rush with some Imperial stuff tacked on in. So we go first, we hatch the Gurimon, go into the Huckmon, and play out our Thai memory setter. Our opponent is going to, on the, I believe that was Xiaomon, on the Xiaomon, go into a jamming Vmon and then play out his Davis memory setter. Basically the ideal play here. Going down to 0 memory. And then going for the, I believe that's BT8 Vmon. Yes, that's BT8 Vmon. I believe he's going to grab, so he can grab either the Pyodramon or the Davis Ken here. And I did not even notice that that was Megadeth there. It did get a little bit off screen. So he's putting the Megadeth back on top just because he didn't exactly show it, but you can tell. And we are going to evolve into the ST1 Greymon and then go and play out our hero memory setter. Just in case we decide we can go for some Gunimon stuff later on, we have the memory setters for it, and also we do want the power gain from hero. And the security attack from Tai is real nice. The jamming Vmon swung and hit our one of Savior Huckmon, which feels real bad. Having that be the first hit in security is actually pretty solid, but the Huckmon being in security feels real bad. Our opponent is going to Hammer Spark, and then he's going to Jawgress his Stingmon that he just evolved and the Lydramon that he also had evolved to go into a Pyodramon, and then the Pyodramon is going to swing and then swing again. Getting a grand total of 2 draws off of this Stingmon already. And then he's going to go for the ST9 Vmon and then hit a Lydramon, and that's all he can take. Goodbye Megadeth and goodbye Hammer Spark. We are going to, gosh dilly dang, evolve bring up the Greymon, and then we're forcing ourselves to evolve into the Gunimon, and would you look at that, we're going Chimeramon. So Chimeramon here is going to kill the Vmon and then reduce the Pyodramon. We are going to be putting the Savior Huckmon from our trash underneath the Chimeramon, so that way, you know, we can potentially get up into a Jesmon here and then, gosh dilly dang, do the things. So we are staying at 2 security compared to our opponent's 5, and we are going to go into the Jesmon, and oh boy, I think this is a really solid turn for our opponent here. He goes for the BT8 Vmon in the breeding area, and I believe he's going to go for Lydramon here. Yep, here comes down Lydramon. He's going to go to 1. And then he's going to Megadeth, which is insane considering that we've seen 2 get sent to the bottom of the deck, and just wowzers. We're going to hatch into our one of Demi Maramon. We got a nice pre-release one, and go for the ST7 Guilmon. I believe it's ST7, it might be ST8, no, it's one of those two. And then go into the BT6 Bao Huckmon. Now we have some time to think about what we're doing here, and we're just going to go and evolve into the Chimeramon. Potentially a misplay here. I know that this following turn when I bring out the Chimeramon, I personally was just like, wait a second, why do I not have Savior under? Oh, that's right, I put it in the brain area like a dum-dum. Is essentially how my thought process was working this following turn, after we see what our opponent does with this Lydramon here. Lydramon is going to swing nothing really popping off. We're going to see our second tie, which is real nice, always nice to see. Just need a sip of water here. He's going to go and hard play a jamming Vmon and then go for the Magnemon. He does only have, I believe, 1 armor in his trash. So this is a, was a 9k V. That sounds about right. We're going to evolve straight into the Jesmon that he sent back to our hand following the previous turn. And then, yeah, I believe we're going to try declaring on security here in a minute after we just think about our life choices and our options. And that the little pause there is kind of where I'm like, wait a second, where's my savior? Oh shoot, that's right. Gonna play out the Blanc. We're going to attempt to use Bauhuckmon to delete the Lydra. I'm asking if he wanted to Armor Purge, and of course he does. Getting our big numbers, we're going to be swinging for 15k with +2 security, and our opponent is going to elect to block. Armor Purging so that way he can save the jamming Vmon. And realistically, this is where it all starts going downhill for us. Not that this game was really going uphill for us to begin with. Alright, we're going to play out the Blanc and pass turn to our opponent, who's going to draw, hatch, and then evolve and draw. Now, our Blancs are blockers here, so he can't just start swinging all willy-nilly with the Vmons here, because we are able to beat them out. Our opponent is taking a minute to make a decision, which is, you know, it's fine. You know, if he misplays, he can very well potentially just lose this game. Going to go for the Lydramon to suspend one of our Blancs. And realistically, he swings with the Lydramon first because it'd be dumb of us to block with Blanc at this point. He is at 1 memory. So yep, he was going to swing. We basically just choose to let this go through. We're going to activate Judgment of the Blade out of security. Nothing in the trash to be playing out. So we're going to play out CL, go down to 0, and then add Judgment back to hand. And we are once again back up to 2 blockers, thanks to playing out the CL. I believe I had the option to play out another Blanc, but I do feel like the CL is the better play. It forces him to, if he swings, I do not have to trade, because if I remember correctly, jamming Vmon is 3k. It might be 2k though. But oh my, another Megadeth. So that does tell us that he runs 4, and we did see 2 of them go to the bottom, so that means he had 2 in his hand. But hey, if we ever got to swing through that security, we know that it would not have been that scary. We do have 5 memory here to work with, so realistically, we want to try keeping our blockers live. It's at this point where he's informing me what Xiaomon does, because I actually didn't know. And so Xiaomon, you know, is bigger, so he is like, are you sure? And I'm like, oh, I did not know this. Type beat. So yeah, we just have 5 memory, and my goodness, it is hard to decide what we want to do with it. I believe we're going to end up hard playing this Bauhuckmon here. And realistically, if he has a way to get this Bauhuckmon off our board, we lose. So potentially we should have even possibly played, say, like another Huckmon or just something else. But at the moment we do have, I am so sorry, I accidentally tapped the microphone, like hella. He's going to just re-Blanc to make sure about wording and whatnot. But realistically, as long as he has a way to get rid of our Blancs, that's it, we're donezoed. Alright, so we're going for the Flame Dramon, and then He's going to go for a Chimera, and that's going to get rid of our blocks, and we're just going to concede, I believe. So yeah, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye!